I want to say 7 times how long this takes. Yesterday, no, but I realized that night because I was so excited about what was going on in my sister's life that I really wasn't thinking about it because I'd already decided that I was going to do something next year. But basically, I'm reading. Oh, all right. I realized that there's quite a few things that happened in these last 5 years. So yesterday made my 5th year with Hustle Financial Solutions, basically a company that started out really kind of as a hobby to help people that turned into an actual business. So my first couple of years is kind of more of a hobby. I was a trader at the time when I had this epiphany that, wow, people really are not able to pay for services. And that was in 2019. And I said, you know what? I have got to figure out a way. I guess Holy Spirit was telling me, you need to help these people. So long story short, in less than 90 days, I was able to put together an event in a city that I wasn't born in a city that I didn't know nobody in a city where I worked from home. So I didn't know anybody, right? That wasn't the case when I moved there, but that was the case 9 months after being there because God had a different plan for me. He took me there I like to say, he took me to be more, to be more. So I went to Baltimore, and in that season of me realizing that I wanted to help people with their finances, I put on this event, and the event was what exploded everything because I didn't necessarily want to come into the financial services industry. I just wanted to do something in my own willpower that I could do to help. And little old me, who had never put on an event before, never had a desire to put on an event, in less than 90 days from idea to manifestation, I had about 225-ish people that showed up, 476 registrations on a cold, rainy Saturday morning in Baltimore. And it was exciting to see and experience. I'm still on the high just thinking about it because my biggest regret in life is that I didn't have a better videographer. The person that videoed all my testimonials, that videoed the whole different scenes, something bad happened with his equipment or whatever, and I have no, it's crazy to me. I have no recording of the whole event. And I probably had about 30 testimonials, and people were saying they would easily have paid $500 for that event. I didn't charge anything. That's the problem. So when I tell you about 5 years, what has it taught me? It taught me the difference between a nonprofit versus a for-profit. It taught me that you have to differentiate the two. And that you need to go after the for-profit and leave the nonprofit for, only what the for-profit can afford and not try to stretch beyond what the for-profit can afford. Because if the clients are coming in, how could you give? And so for the last 5 years, we have been a self-funded nonprofit as it relates to events. We put on certain events for free. And, going forward, we're just not doing that anymore. Because what we realized in these 5 years is that people don't pay attention unless they pay. People don't respect free where there's no transaction. I heard somebody say there is no transformation. And so I have decreed and declared that I will not be doing any more free. But I only want to be with people that want to really level up because I have graciously invested in myself, okay? From my education to I'm talking about accredited college, okay? I have an MBA, certified professional coach with World Institute. I'm a certified licensed, life insurance and broker as life insurance and annuities broker. And so I have some education. But I also took a lot more courses in the space of entrepreneurship and business ownership. And I know it's probably around, it's closing in on 200,000. I haven't done the math. But my first year in 2017, I did $50,000 for a real estate course. And then turned around and did another 15,000 for the mastermind for a different organization within 1 year. That alone were my two biggest investments, probably. No, I lie. I went after that And another institute I paid $18,000 for, just for marketing. I mean, it's crazy, you know, the amount of money that we spend on our education. And so at the end of the day, I'm a giver. I don't like taking. Part of the reason why I'm probably single is because I don't really like taking too much. But God, you know, allowed me to see through my season of working in this space that I have to be able to receive. I have to be able to receive. Like, I have to. And the reason why is because as an adult, my entire adult life, I had always had a lot of money and so I was like, I was always given, and I never really could. I didn't know how to receive. And so God had shown me how, you know, that wasn't his will, and that I had to do what other people were doing. And I realize it now because I have no choice. But at the end of the day, I wanted you to realize that there are some things that we've got to do different when it comes to helping people and having boundaries and having wisdom and being fruitful, and helping people to realize that just because it's free doesn't mean it doesn't have any value. Now I realize, because now I see other people doing it in the space, and I get it. So that was the number one thing that I learned, was the difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit. And so because we ran we ran about 50-50 in the past couple years, nonprofit / for-profit. But that was good. That was a good lesson learned. My second lesson that I learned was that you can have more than one avatar. You can actually speak to more than one person. Like, I have truck drivers, I have executives, I have, you know, the list goes on in terms of who it is that we serve. And so that's really a myth. You can serve more than one type of client. You just got to make sure that you have a process in place for all of them, and that you understand their pain points for all of them, and you learn their pain points, and you can speak to their pain points. I understand the pain points of an Army officer because I was one. I understand the pain points of, you know, a high-level career professional because I was one. And their pain points is taxes. Who wants to pay somebody's salary and taxes? How do we get around paying those taxes? So I have the solution. I understand it now that I'm out, and now that I'm no longer serving in those capacities. And so we just need to understand the pain points of the people that we serve, and we can serve them at a higher level. That was number 2. Number 3 is understanding what the income producing activities are versus the minimum wage activities. And so you can't have $1 million vision doing minimum wage activities. And so you can't have wage 5-cent tasks, right? So at the end of the day, this leads me to my next one, which is you should understand the who and not the how. There's a book that's called that, literally. Who, not how. You don't have to do everything. You just need to figure out who does it well, and you get them on your team or contract them on your team. And then the next one I'll talk about is going to be to automate and delegate. Now, I knew that from corporate, but I realized that because I was or am a business owner, I don't have the staff that I had in corporate. I don't have the staff that I had when I was in the military, when I led all these people I had 12 salary members in management, 40 hourly supervisors, about 350 associates. I don't have those people. It's just me, right? And whoever I contract to do the work. Now I have quite a few. I have a team of 8 AI agents that don't even put the work sometimes. But I have 12 AI agents, and I have quite a few contractors to help me get the work done. And we just got to figure out who's the best at it. Who can we, employ to help us. And so I just gave you 4. I'm going to give you the 5th one. I've already talked about that as well. Actually, I talked about 2 and 1 already. So I'll go down the list real quick. Number 1, understand the difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit and how they work and how you can get them to work for your business since you have a charity heart, but you still got to make money. Number 2, you got to serve more than one avatar. Number 3, income producing activities versus minimum wage activities. Number 4, put fuel on what actually works. Automate your services. Basically, AI is the way to go. It really is. It's not about replacing anybody. It's about efficiency. It's about doing things better. It's about not having to worry about somebody not showing up to work, not being able to do the task. And it's basically optimizing what you're already doing, because you have something that's going to help be like a check and balance for you. And honestly, my AI is now sort of my coach, if you will, because I ask it a lot of mentoring type questions, and it helps a lot. And so number 5, the who, not the how, understanding who can do the job versus how to do it yourself, and trying to do everything yourself, because you can never scale that way. You got to figure out what's duplicatable, right? And then that's what you really deep dive into. And I have on here number 6, but it kind of ties into the for-profit, nonprofit. So I'll just keep it at 5, but basically making sure that, you get people to pay, because people actually pay attention when they pay, and people actually transform where there's a transaction. And people don't respect free. And the list goes on when it comes to that. So I gave you 6, and I'm going to move out the way. But I just wanted the, accountable to saying that at least that, we turned 5 years old yesterday. And I want to give at least 5, core areas of growth in our business. And if I can help you in any way, let me know, reach out. But that's really what I want to get on here and talk about today. I'm never on TikTok, so let's see what's going on here. Casey, how are you? I honestly don't even do TikTok, but I'm not sure if you wanted to ask me a question or if you had anything you wanted to say. But I'm about to hop off of here. And yeah. All right, well, have a blessed day. I'm going to try to figure this thing out, try to see how I can do it. Oh, I don't know how you got up here. How are
Hi.
you? What's your name?
Hi, I'm cooking.
Oh, you're cooking. Where are you at? Where do you
Yes,
live?
I'm in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Well, what made
And
you jump
you?
into my life? I didn't even know you can get on here without me inviting you.
What do you speak? I do not understand. Rana
Oh, I
Hamid,
speak
welcome.
English. Huh?
Yes, speak English. Mapi past.
Huh?
Rana Hamid, welcome to the bro. Speak English.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah, I only speak
slow,
English.
slow.
Sorry. Bye.
Okay.
Bye. Let's see. I don't even know how to get you off of here, but I'm about to close this down. All right. I win. That's my job. That's what I do forever. Okay. That's what's up. Recognize the gifters. All right. Thank you. Have an amazing day over there in Saudi Arabia. Bye.